President Donald Trump home from Davos, Switzerland.
I think it was a very, very successful trip.
The White House has released their offer for an immigration deal.
We need this agenda. It's time to put an end to the lawlessness.
That plan is a campaign to make America white again.
He's convincing the American people of the real truth, which is Democrats don't care about solving this problem.
That super secret FISA memo could be made public right before the president's State of the Union speech on Tuesday.
It's explosive. It's one part of so many more pieces of this puzzle.
Another huge day for stocks with new record closes all around.
America is open for business, and we are competitive once again.
Got cut off. Griff Jenkins, I hope you have enough to say for 4 hours.
Well, I want to talk about the neon trees. We requested this song, and Red, this is the first time I've gotten to be with Rachel.
I know.
Seriously, it's like my birthday, Christmas, all wrapped in one this morning.
Well, then you know what
So
it is?
nice.
It is National Chocolate Cake Day, so maybe we could get you a birthday Christmas chocolate cake.
I'm allergic to
Is
chocolate.
it really National Chocolate Cake?
I looked it up right before the show. Yeah, every once in a while, just for amusement. I'm like, what day is it today? It's
You have
January
way
27th.
too much time on your hands.
National Chocolate Cake Day.
So listen,
maybe we'll have one by the end of the show.
I'm excited to be here because
I
it has
request
been the most unbelievable news week with the president in Davos, the CEOs over there giving him, as your favorite failing New York Times says, ample praise.
Yes.
I would say pretty much a heap load of praise.
Almost universal, yes.
As well as I cover politics every day, and that is the plan the White House has put forward on immigration.
You've got the text messages, but you're right. We're going over to the immigration as well. There's so much you can barely keep track of it all.
Listen, the text message is an important story. We're going to talk about it, and it is certainly one that is unfolding as the Inspector General at the Department of Justice has brought forward. But the immigration battle is what I think people care about. If you're a dreamer, if you're one of the 800,000 people in this country brought here as a child, you were brought here at age 16 or younger, and you have become what they consider themselves to be Americans, there is a plan for them. They have skin in the game. We are talking about legislation that matters, and we have a situation where one party seems to be most interested in obstructing.
Let's talk about what the plan is. So the White House
Released
immigration
on
plan.
Thursday.
Yes. So released on Thursday. This is the plan. It says $25 billion for border security. It eliminates the visa lottery system. It curbs chain migration, and it offers a path to citizenship for 1.8 million dreamers. That's more than twice the amount that Democrats were originally calling for.
That's right. So, Griff, to your point, you've got the DACA recipients, the illegal immigrants who want to be recognized, but you also have the Trump supporters and those who said, this is a defining issue for us. Illegal immigration, illegality, the rule of law really matters to us. That's why we're voting for President Trump. Republicans have always been about tax cuts and always been about repealing and replace Obamacare. But Trump was about illegal immigration and getting our hands around it. This isn't the opening bid. There's been a lot of discussion about this, Rachel. You know this issue very, very well.
Pete and I don't agree on this issue.
We don't agree. We don't have to agree on everything. I just think the question is, was this a brilliant opening move to put Democrats in a corner, which I think there's a lot of people feel that way, or was it an opening bid where you start with 1.8 million and citizenship as opposed to legalization? But what's universal is Democrats are reacting to this foolishly or predictably very negatively, even though they got a lot out of this opening bid.
This bid was so sweet. It makes them look ridiculous to turn it down. Because look, we know for the last however many years we've been trying to wrap our hands around immigration reform. And the sticking point has always been border security. That people, the American people, and this is why President Trump got elected. They said, look, we're okay with the people that are here, especially the dreamers. They seem to be the most innocent victims of our broken immigration system. We're okay keeping them here. We just want to make sure this doesn't happen again. So what President Trump has put in place in this plan is, look, I'll give even more than the 800,000.
Double.
I'll double that. But you got to go with it. I think this is brilliant. And
so Nancy Pelosi should love this, right?
So let's play Nancy. You guys have a lot to say. Here's what Nancy. Now remember, Democrats, by most people's fair account, Democrats lost on the government shutdown. Pelosi and Schumer failed. Here's what Pelosi said now that a plan is on the table.
The president put forth a plan. That plan is a campaign to make America white again. They are changing the character of our country by what they are putting forth. They bring a tear to the eye of the Statue of Liberty, and they bring fear into the hearts of people who are here playing by the rules.
Breaking news, the Statue of Liberty not crying this morning. Apparently, I mean, it's all about race and racism for them. They're going to play that card because a big sweetener from this president, yet it's not just Nancy Pelosi, it's left-wing groups. Here's a couple of headlines from left-wing groups who the president tried to, put an olive branch to. This is what they write. The ACLU says the White House released a hateful, xenophobic immigration proposal. United We Dream says, let's call this proposal for what it is, a white supremacist ransom note. And a writer in the Huffington Post says, a little more than a racist ransom note from a group of nativists who are willing to dangle 800,000 young teenagers and adults over a cliff while simultaneously replacing core American values with poison. To your point, Rachel, it wasn't 800,000. It was close to almost 2 million. I think the concerns for conservatives are, is the wall going to be built? Is the end of chain migration? Is the end of the visa lottery going to be a precursor to a legalization or citizenship as proposed for those in DACA? And how do you make sure it stays at 1.8 as opposed to a number that could grow larger based on the way bureaucracies often?
I don't think the number is going to grow larger, and I think that President Trump has made it very clear. I need these 4 things: the wall, end of chain migration, more money for border security, for the Border Patrol, and an end to the visa lottery system. That's the deal, and he's put it out there, and he's made it super generous. I want to talk to the dreamers that are out there potentially watching, or if you know a dreamer. The Democrats don't care about you. This is the most generous deal that could ever be made, and they are saying no because they want to toy. Right. They want to toy with your life. They want to run on DACA. They don't want to solve DACA. They don't want to give you citizenship. They want to use you as a political
What do you say
pawn.
to the non-dreamers, the American citizens?
You're going to get border security. That's what I say to them.
Well, why are we giving away citizenship as opposed to a path to legalization?
What about Democrat voters? What about if you're a Democrat, you want to win? Donald Trump steamrolled you in election a year ago. He's passed tax reform. You want to win if you're a Democrat. And I would think when this plan was put on the table, a lot of Democrat voters said, looks pretty good.
That crazy
it's double
reaction.
what we asked for. Instead, the message is this is a racist ransom note. So clearly the plan is obstruct at every turn, no matter what they give us, even if they give us twice what we asked for.
Griff, the crazy reaction from Nancy Pelosi to call a deal that brings in, almost 2 million Black and brown people racist and gives them citizenship shows how desperate they are. They have nothing to run on. They are desperate.
And I think as skeptical as some conservatives may be, there's been some resistance to this. Give it some time. Let's see how the plan develops and what the contours actually look like. The president is a deal maker. This is a signature issue. We'll see where it goes, for sure. Well, one of the topics that the left doesn't want to be talking about, they're happy to talk about Russia investigations and confusion over different topics, but not the boom, the big boom in our economy. President Trump was at Davos in Switzerland over the last couple of days. He took it by storm. So while he's there, the Dow hit yet another record. I don't know how many records it's set at this point. And FedEx,
200 points,
yeah, exactly, up 200 points yesterday. Now at 26.6 in the stock market. And FedEx also announcing wage increases and bonuses amid tax reform. So I've lost track of how many records we've set with the Dow and how many companies now are giving away these unexpected bonuses. Nancy Pelosi calls them breadcrumbs. There's a screen of all the companies. You can't even read the logos.
And can I say, Pete, that's not it. That's not all, because I live in a little town, and they're not counting the bonuses that are being given by small businesses in little towns all across America. My husband just spoke to a small business owner in our town who said, I just upped our contribution to everyone's 401k. Guarantee that's not being counted right now. It is reverberating across the economy. We're going to have someone on later on, another business owner who's giving bonuses, who's saying, hey, this isn't crumbs to my employees.
And not only are they calling it crumbs, in some cases, they're actually suing against it. They're suing against financial profit.
That's right. So they passed this tax reform bill, which has the state and local tax deduction was a big part of it. So the states with high taxes didn't love every aspect of it. Well, those high tax states like New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, well, they're suing. So you've got Andrew Cuomo in New York, Phil Murphy in New Jersey, and Daniel Malloy in Connecticut. All are going to sue President Trump over the tax plan, saying, our taxes are so high it's going to hurt us, as opposed to taking some accountability and saying maybe we could make our states competitive?
Well, exactly. They should focus on lowering taxes. But what this really is the Democrats saying big government and, redistribution didn't work. Tax reform and deregulating did. I'm going to sue you.
Yeah.
They're mad that this is working. That's what this is about. It's not about this. They're mad that the economy, they don't have anything to say about what's happening, and they don't own it because they didn't vote for it.
In the message that this sends to businesses, CEOs who are located in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, what does it say to them if they're trying to run their company? Should they move?
No, we have so much to get to at the top. We didn't even get to the fact that that FISA memo that released